So welcome, everybody. I'm Nathan Pettyjohn, the founder and president of the VRARA Association and Immerse Global Summit. And tonight, I have a proposition for all of you, and that is to take the green pill. The green pill is a metaphorical mindset on how we implement new technologies into society. And we focus on building great businesses, but we also have an understanding of how technology can have negative impacts on society. So, as we think about this green pill concept, in 1999, The Matrix popularized this notion of the red pill or the blue pill. Take the red pill, and you go deep down the rabbit hole of negativity, and you fight a battle and a war against technology and what it does to humanity. If you take the blue pill, then you're basically blissful and ignorant to any of the negative effects that are happening to people. And so my proposition is that we embrace this metaphorical mindset of taking the green pill. And while we forge ahead as global thought leaders in this industry, we also are mindful of all the negativity that could happen. And we take it a step further. And we go beyond what we're doing for work in our everyday jobs, and we try to strive to do something for good. So what we're doing today is we're going to announce and we're going to ask for everyone to take a pledge. And essentially this pledge is that you're going to do good in the metaverse. We're going to send everybody that attends this conference and our entire association this digital badge that we'd like to ask everybody put on their company website if they're so inclined. They put on their social media. And it's a way to showcase that you've made a pledge and a commitment to do better and go above and beyond what you do every day for work. And I think this is really important, as I adjust this slightly, I think this is really important for all of us to consider because we are all the global thought leaders in the world forging all this new technology. And so one of the things that we're going to do in addition to this is we're going to work on releasing this as an NFT. And the NFT is essentially going to be a rewards tracking engine to track with several partners on all the greater good that you're doing, that your organization is doing. And we want to partner not only, we don't want to offer just Immerse Global Summit rewards, but other organizations we want to partner with. And so instead of going and paying a little extra money for some kind of a VIP experience, you showcase your NFT and your badge, and it showcases a different level of good that you've done that gets you into that VIP experience. And so we want to try to create incentives and a mechanism to do this, but it's not really just about what we're doing as an organization or me individually. It's about all of us. And so I think our mission at the VRARA Association is to try to facilitate all of these opportunities, and we feel like it's our responsibility to do it. So I want to take you just on a quick little path of kind of why this is so important. Our latest addiction in technology is the smartphone. We all have one, and it's this gateway into immersive technologies. I mean, we're already using the smartphone for augmented reality as it is today. And as we look at a couple of these statistics, this is pretty profound here. It's like the average smartphone owner in 2022 will click, tap, or swipe their phone 2,617 times a day. That's crazy, and you guys have probably already hit that number. On average, our smartphones will be unlocked over 150 times a day. And I read this stat that 12% of people use their phones in the shower. And once I heard this, I started listening to my phone playing music in the shower, and it's kind of cool. You might try it if you haven't. And then on average, we'll spend 5 years and 4 months of our life on social media, with the majority of that happening on the smartphone. So I think that's important just because it's a gateway into all these immersive technologies. And as we move into Metaverse ecosystem, our identity has really been shaped by technology. And even our alter ego, right? There's kids that are out there that are basically going into virtual worlds and they're just losing their minds that they don't have like this special skin on their avatar that would make them so cool that they could add to the backpack that they have, right? These are things that are really profound, especially for children. And that's shaping, how they are going to move through the rest of their life. And so I think, as we look at this, we are already part of a digital connected world that many of us refer to as the Metaverse. And this Metaverse ecosystem is really full of all these immersive technologies that are going to enhance and create more dependencies on, our addiction to that technology. And it's going to create, both positive and negative addictions that we have to be mindful of. So, as we look at, the term the Metaverse, it's really derived out of this word meta, which means beyond, and the stem of universe, which is verse. So essentially it means beyond the universe. And as we dive into that ecosystem, there's a lot of different versions and descriptions of this. But the reason I want to showcase this is because all of this is applicable when we're thinking about Metaverse for good. So we've got things like, new GPU and CPU capabilities, and then all this other elements of content and gaming, 5G, you've got artificial intelligence, the connectivity. We saw AT&T today talk about 5G and how it's empowering all of this technology. We've got open standards to worry about. We've got new forms of commerce, which include blockchain, cryptocurrency. We have new forms of security platforms, and then all these different types of wearables and hardware devices that we need to be mindful of. So, a couple of other quick points on why this Metaverse ecosystem is so important. This statistic that 37% of the world's population has not even experienced the internet just blew me away. I couldn't hardly believe it. And some of you might be aware of it, but what that means is people who are now experiencing the internet for the first time, they're moving into a new world. And it's going to have profound effects if it's not done right, the way that they experience this. So it's up to us to try to do this greater good. And especially the immersive technology's impact on children, right? Children today, if they're 5, 6 years old, this is the only world that they know. And that world is kind of the blend of physical and this alter world that they step into. And it's not just like when we were maybe children and starting to experience chat groups. This is like full-on immersive, every piece of your mindset that you can imagine. So with that in mind, right, there's all these things of negativity that we have to really be mindful of, but let's look at like a few of the positive things that we can do to make a difference. And so as we shift to that information, there's a few things that I want to point out, if we could pull up the slides, that we'll focus on. So one of those is, right, take the Metaverse for Good pledge and try to promote that and create more awareness and truly commit to doing more and doing better things. And I think we have the wrong presentation here. So if we can cut that slide. This is an old version. If we can go back to the slide that we were on, please. So the first was this Metaverse for Good, take the pledge. And I'll jump into the second one, which is, join the VRARA Association if you can. It's one of the greatest communities that I've ever been a part of. I'm a little partial to it, but it creates and facilitates the opportunity for you to do good. And we have 30 industry committees. You can pick one of these industry committees to be a part of, and you can dive in and do good in that industry. And then third is support organizations like Exponential Destiny. This is an organization that about 6 or 7 months ago we committed to supporting, partially financial, but partially to create more awareness. And what they're doing is educating underserved high school students on Metaverse technologies. These are children that English is even a second language. They're in very challenging times, but they're educating them and creating really new opportunities on how they can create confidence with these children. So I'm going to play, we created a 3-part kind of docu-series on what they're doing that the VRARA Association produced. And I'm going to invite up to stage the founder, Marco Vargas. And then we're going to play a video. It's a 1-minute video. It's kind of a sizzle video on the 3-part docu-series. And then Marco is going to tell us a little bit about what they're doing in detail at Exponential Destiny.
Exponential Destiny is doing a great job of really giving students the confidence that they need in a new technology ecosystem.
Todos fuimos estudiantes aquí y todos fuimos parte del mismo programa que es Exponential Destiny.
These students came in not knowing anything about the metaverse.
This is a pilot program, first time it's ever been done here in Los Angeles. Students are creating metaverse rooms, virtual environments where young people and teachers can actually come in and have a classroom setting.
I'm more prepared for the jobs in the future. I'm also feel more confident as a student, being able to learn something that a lot of people are looking for.
It was really gratifying to see how inspired the students were.
This will be new normal for education.
We were excited to have Marco come to the Immerse Global Summit on Madeira Island in Portugal.
Immerse Global Summit did a really wonderful job at providing a really high quality experience. After I went on stage, I was literally bombarded with people who wanted to speak with me.
Exponential Destiny will be at the Immerse Global Summit in Miami. We're going to be showcasing again kind of what they're doing and the success that they're having with these students.
Marco, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for all you do.
Yes, thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'll briefly introduce myself before the reception. My name is Marco Vargas, and I'm the co-founder of Exponential Destiny, which is a 501c3 metaverse education nonprofit based in really helping upskill low-income young people into metaverse technology sector jobs. And so we've been a proud partner of the VR and AR Association for this year, and really it's just the beginning. We're learning so much from the VRARA Association and how it's built a global metaverse chapter model for professionals. And the next step for us is, in partnership with the VR and AR Association, is helping low-income young people who come from backgrounds like me. I was born and raised in South Central Los Angeles, and as well as my team. And we look forward to bridging the gap between high school students and college students who can gain easy access of skills and employment into the metaverse. And a large part of that will be because of the VR and AR Association support and Nathan.
Thanks, Marco. And I think it's also worth noting, too, that they have a partnership with the UN. So there's a lot of credibility behind what they're doing and literally just getting started. And I think if all of us talk to Marco and say, how can we help in any way possible, like we could impact millions and millions of people for the good. So thank you, Marco, for joining us today. And
Yeah.
it's his birthday, too. Everybody, give him a happy birthday.
There's nowhere else I wanted to be than at Immerse Global Summit for my birthday, because everyone here is an industry pioneer, and I'm so grateful to be here today.
So in closing, I would urge you to embrace this concept of taking the green pill. Take a pledge to say that you're going to go above and beyond what you do every day for work and do something good. Pick a passion. Maybe it's exponential destiny. And let's really change the world for the good. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Enjoy. Awesome. Thanks.